That's cool. Should we ride them?
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nice. Hey everybody, it's Dick here. This is the second in a series of videos I'm doing about my visit down to see Ian Fitzgerald, the inappropriate racer and wild mad genius bike builder. After I had the opportunity to check out the Dirt Bandit up on the lift in Ian's garage, and to get a closer look and explanation about the Despatch Tracker and the Malle Monster, Ian was generous enough to let me spend the whole day riding with him on these two great bikes. This video is the first leg of my go on the Despatch Tracker. Okay.
So you need to turn that off when it warms up.
Yep. It'll tell me, right?
It might.
No, I'll hear it.
Yeah, well, when we get down to the garage, we'll be able to turn it off.
Okay.
It's only down the road.
Sure. Is that usable? No. Okay. Might be the radiator for the Dirt Bandit. The radiator! Oh God.
What I meant to say to you, the brakes are 30 years old on that, so just bear that in mind.
I noticed. I noticed. Oh my God. The brakes are 30 years old. Who would have thought my first ride on a VFR would be this VFR? That mirror is surprisingly effective. Yep, plan ahead. Engine braking is the name of the game. So I don't know what to say about this thing. I don't think there's any indicators on this thing. No indicators. What year VFR is this?
1988.
88.
Yeah. Turn her off.
Okay.
Get the fuel cap open. Quite stiff. No, it's the little one. Small key. Small key on that.
Small key.
Sorry, that one, that's it. It's full. This has only got a small tank on it, though. Even though it looks big.
Because you cut it out to fit it on the frame, right?
Only holds 10 litres.
It's more than the Triumph I rode down.
Really?
Yeah.
That holds more than 10 litres.
Oh, it's awful. And I took it on a freaking tour to Scotland. Every 2 hours I'm filling up with gas.
Yeah, you should have taken some little cans with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm really glad I got to ride Vanny's Indian before I rode Ian's VFR, the Despatch Tracker, because this thing is, I thought the Indian was brutal. When I told Ian that I thought the Indian was brutal, he scoffed at me, and now I know why. Because this is the definition of brutal. This is a lark. This is a gift. This is an adventure. 30-year-old brakes. Think ahead. 1988, he said. 1988 VFR donor bike. Triumph Trident front forks. Some sort of adventure wheel on the front. Most of the rest of the stuff is VFR parts. Flat tracker or dirt track bars, no indicators. This, I think, is definitely in the spirit of a Scrambler, where you've taken a road bike, you've rerouted the exhaust, you put some knobbies on, and you're gonna take it off-road defiantly, irreverently. It's got these beautiful little copper and brass parts on it that make it seem older than it is, even though it's pretty old. All the welding he does himself, which is a surprise to me. I don't know why I'm surprised when I meet people who know how to weld, but he does all this on his little shed. This is a proper shed build, and I'm very impressed with his shed builds, because it's not just bolt-on shit that most shed builds are. He's doing proper manufacturing. That rear shock, he said 5 millimeters of extra travel because he put the CB600 rear shock on this. These are vertical shocks, and it goes right into your back, and it's pretty stiff for a Scrambler, I think. But who cares? This thing is just awesome. You smell the fuel. You can smell the fuel on it. I always love riding my 70s and 80s bikes because you're smelling the chemicals, you're smelling the petrol, you're smelling the oil, you're smelling the grease. So much so that you think something's wrong. And on this, there's probably, I think there's straight through pipes that he's rerouted. It's a V4. And the VFR is famous for its cradled engine. 30-year-old brakes. Give me warning, man. No indicators. It's a new lease on life. I had a couple of bikes without indicators. I had them in London, and what a death wish. You know, no mirrors, no indicators, that's a great look, but holy crap, is it dangerous. This mirror is generally looking at me. I'd like it just out a little bit further, but I've maxed it out. The seat is incredibly comfortable. Deep leather fine chair that you'd find in some library or study that's been sat in for 50 years. It's just so supple. It's so supple that I've been finding the seat pan underneath it on the big bumps. But it's really comfortable. It's really smooth and well worn. The VFR tank is incredibly perfect for this riding position. You know, VFRs are usually you're leaning forward, but with this upright bar, I can really pinch my knees into that tank, and it's just so snappy on the throttle. I have no idea what gear I'm in. 30-year-old brakes. You gotta keep reminding yourself, Dick, 30-year-old brakes. It's so funny how soft or non-compliant these brakes are. I'm gonna endo the Triumph when I get on to go home. The bike has a choke. That brings back memories. Haven't ridden my choked bikes in a while. Knees are a little high, and I'm shorter than Ian, so his knees probably come up a lot higher on this bike. But not a bad position. I think he's repositioned. It's hard to keep up with all the builds that he showed me today, but pretty sure he's repositioned the foot pegs on this onto the frame a little further forward than they would be on a VFR or a stock VFR. This is a VFR. Hayabusa foot pegs. Look at this road. Lots of pheasants on this road. The gearing is actually pretty awesome on this. I haven't felt like I've had to shift all that much. I've been in the same gear, and it's got a nice range. The engine hasn't felt choked at all, even with the low revs. Ooh, we're gonna do some light laning, he said. He's doing on supermoto wheels. Wheelie. 30-year-old brakes. And he's gone. My gosh. Pretty awesome. There's a rut. Ooh. Oh, down in the rut. Don't drop his bike. It's a lot of power.
Oh, it's so much more power than the 250. Ugh, it's like driving a tank. Oh my God, why did he trust me to bring this out here? Look at that field. Oh yeah, you gotta get up. That seat is unforgiving. A little mud. Well, I gotta say the gearing was really forgiving through there. And the position, like I said, he's taller than me. Oh, I love when I can see the exit of a turn. The position of the bars and the pegs were perfect for me. I did feel the weight of the bike, the weight of this V4 and the power of it. You gotta be respectful, but you do feel fucking awesome with your arms up like this. What a great road. €30 brakes. Every time he puts his hand up, €30 brakes. I think I've been on this road. Looks very familiar. This thing is wicked. Oh my God. I just realized I'm going 0 miles per hour. Oh, look at this, see how fast I'm going. What a fun bike. What a fun bike. I just love the character of it. It's just, I was talking about mass manufactured bikes and their character. This bike is all character. 30-year-old brakes. 30-year-old brakes. You got this little, probably eBay special digital dash, and then just beyond it you got a copper ringed bobber headlamp. It's just wicked. I keep going to turn off my indicator because it's my habit of avoiding toe picking, but there's no indicator there to turn off. It's just, I never understood the whole brap, but this thing has a brap. Ooh. My instinct was not to stand up on this bike, but the brutal seat forced me up, and I was very pleasantly surprised at how comfortable it was standing up on this thing. It's really thought out. I mean, he's a consummate bike builder. Very low-key guy, knowledgeable as hell, skilled to all ends. I mean, a lot more skill than I gave him credit for. I knew he built his bikes, but the customized fabrication, it's a one-stop shop. And he brings things back to life and gives them new lives. It's not even like he's putting pieces together that most people wouldn't think would fit. And he's like, yeah, they'll fit. Woo! do love the handlebars and the steering on this thing. Little girl was plugging her ears. Too loud. I think he put the baffles in on this. Eee, what a hoot. The British Racing Green. You can tell it's an older bike because the engine's doing more than the brakes are. You roll off this throttle and you're on the edge of control, and then you're under control. The edge of control and then under control. It's so nicely tuned. I always respected Ian and his bikes and his riding, but this little visit has brought it to a new level. I think I need to commission a bike from him, because this is enviable. Here we go. Another lane. Now, when Radar said he was bringing me green laning, this is what I thought. I'm really glad that Ian's bringing me on some light green laning, because I would hate to fuck his bike up. On that stuff that Radar brought me down. Who knows, maybe I'll get caught out on the weight of this and fuck this up. The nice thing about the weight on this, he's doing this on Supermoto tires. The nice thing about the weight on this is that front brake isn't gonna send me over. Don't have to ride the rear brake as much as I do on a lighter bike. There he goes. It's right up my ass. Fuck. This horse is not gonna like. This bike is not quiet. That horse was very, very well behaved. We've gotten awfully quiet, haven't I? Fuck you. Oh God. Some light green laning. Fucking chalk. Chalk ruts. Have some faith, Dick. Torque is in second. Ah. Yes! A hedge cutter! Fresh clippings. I love these fucking things. They'll kill ya. But look at this. Oh! Oh, God! Right in my back. This is a visceral experience. It's just, when I talk about pure motorcycling, Ian Fitzgerald has tapped the fucking keg. Oh my gosh, it's 30-year-old brakes. Okay. Awesome. I just hit the top. I just bottomed out that rear wheel.
If you like that video and you want to see more like them, hit like, share, and subscribe.